Daivasura Sampad Vibhaga Yoga. This is a lesson from the third unit of second semester. Daivasura Sampad Vibhaga Yoga is the 16th chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita in the Bhishma Parva of Sriman Mahabharatam, composed by Vedavyasa Maharshi. Here, Daivi Sampat, the divine qualities, and Asuri Sampat, the demonic qualities, are explained. The first verse, Abhayam Sattva Samshuddhir Jnana Yoga Vyavasthitihi Danam Damascha Yajnascha Swadhyayastapa Arjavam. Abhayam, fearlessness, Sattva Samshuddhihi, purity of heart, Jnana Yoga Vyavasthitihi, perseverance in acquiring wisdom and in practicing yoga, Danam, charity, Damascha, and subjugation of the senses, Yajnascha, and performance of holy rites, Swadhyayaha, study of the scriptures, Tapaha, self-discipline, Arjavam, straightforwardness. Second verse, Ahimsa Satyam Akrodhas Tyagas Shantirapaishunam Dayabhuteshvalo Luptvam Mardavam Hrira Chapalam. Ahimsa, non-injury, Satyam, truthfulness, Krodhaha, freedom from wrath, that is anger, Tyagaha, renunciation, Shantihi, peacefulness, Apaishunam, non-slanderousness, Daya, compassion for Bhuteshu, all creatures, Aloluptvam, absence of greed, Mardavam, gentleness, Hrihi, modesty, Achapalam, lack of restlessness. Third verse, Teja Kshama Dhrutish Shaucham Adroho Natimanita Bhavanti Sampadam Daivim Abhijatasya Bharata. Bharata, O descendant of Bharata, Tejaha, radiance of character, Kshama, forgiveness, Dhrutihi, patience, Shaucham, cleanness, Adrohaha, freedom from hate, Na Atimanita, absence of conceit. These qualities, Sampadam, Daivim, these are the divine qualities. These are the wealth of divinely inclined person. The above three verses list 26 ennobling qualities that lead devotee to self-realization. These are the divine qualities. A question may be asked entirely on Daivi Sampat. Now Asuri Sampat, demonic qualities. After explaining divine qualities, that is Daivi Sampat, in 3 verses, Krishna explains Asuri Sampat. Introduction to this question is same as given to divine qualities. Asuri Sampat begins with this verse. Dambho darpobhimanascha krodhaha parushyameva Ajnanam chabhijatasya partha sampadam asurim. Dambhaha, vainglorious pride, means excessively proud of one's achievements. Darpaha, arrogance. Abhimanascha, and conceit. Conceit means excessive pride in one's abilities. That is, too much pride in one's abilities. Krodhaha, wrath. parushyameva cha, and harshness, ajnanam cha, and ignorance. Abhijatasya, mark the man who is born with the Sampadamasurim, demonic nature. Partha, O son of Prutha, that is Arjuna, the son of Kunti. Kunti has her original name as Prutha, so Arjuna is addressed as Partha here. He explains all these demonic qualities like the divine qualities bestow liberation. Here Krishna says Daivi Sampat is for giving liberation to the man. The demonic qualities lead to bondage. So he tells Arjuna, Arjuna, you do not fear. He says, Pandava, you are endowed with divine traits, so you do not fear. The demonic do not know the right path of action or when to refrain from action. They lack purity and truth and proper conduct. The demonic people say the world has no moral foundation, no abiding truth, no God or ruler, produced not by a systematic causal order. Its sole purpose is lustful desire and what else? With their feeble intellects, such ruined men cling to their erroneous beliefs and commit many atrocities. They are enemies of the world bent on its destruction. Asuri people are born to destruct the world. Prabhavant yugra karmanaha kshayaya. Abandoned to insatiable longings, full of dissimulation, self-conceit and insolence, possessing evil ideas through delusion, all their actions are impurely motivated. Believing that fulfillment of bodily desires is man's highest aim, confident that this world is all, such persons are engrossed till the moment of death in earthly cares and concerns. Kamopabhoga paramaha etavaditi nishchitaha, bound by hundreds of fetters of selfish hopes and expectations, enslaved by wrath, that is anger and passion, they strive to provide for physical enjoyments by amassing wealth dishonestly. Kama bhogartham anyayenartha sanchayan. Kama bhogartham, for luxuries and their lust. Artham anyayena artha sanchayan. Kama bhogartham, for the sake of their desires and luxuries, they earn through unfair means. This I have acquired today, now another desire I shall satisfy. This is my present wealth, however more shall also be mine. This is the attitude of demonic people. They say, I have killed this enemy and the others also I will slay. I am the ruler among men. I enjoy all possessions. I am successful, strong and happy. Ishvaroham bhogi siddhoham balavan sukhi. I am rich and well born. Can any other be compared with me? Ostentatiously I will give alms and make formal sacrifices. I will rejoice. Thus they speak, led astray by lack of wisdom. Due to their ajnanam, that is lack of wisdom, they speak all such words. Yakshye dasyami modishye ityajnana vimohitaha. Harboring bewildering thoughts, caught in the net of delusion, Craving only for sensual delights, they sink into a foul hell. Kama bhogeshu patanti narakeshu chau. There are different kinds of hell depending on the crimes. So, such demonic people fall into very unclean hell. Vain, stubborn, intoxicated by pride in wealth, they perform the sacrifices hypocritically and without following the scriptural injunctions. Dambhena avidhipurvakam. They do not perform any sacrifices here, that is yagna or yaga. They perform forming their own rules which are not as prescribed in the scriptures. Egotistical, forceful, haughty, lascivious, and prone to rage, these malicious men despise me who dwell within them and within all other men. Here Krishna says, I dwell in all living beings, everything in the world. Still, these people behave as they are the masters of the universe. These cruel and hating perpetrators of evil, worst among men, I hurl again and again into demonic wombs in the spheres of transmigration. As they keep on taking births, that will be decided by me. I hurl them, that is, I throw them into demonic wombs and they keep taking birth as demons. Entering the state of existence of the asuras, deluded birth after birth, failing to attain me, they thus descend to the very lowest depths. Mam aprapyaiva kaunteya tato yantyadhamam gatim. They never attain me, but they always go to the lowest hell. Lust, anger, and greed. These constitute the threefold gate of hell leading to the destruction of the soul's welfare. These three, therefore, man should abandon. Tasmadetat tyajet. Lust is kama, anger is krodha, and greed is lobha. So, kama, krodha, lobha are the three gates to heavens. The one who abandons these three will attain the supreme place. O son of Kunti, by turning away from these three entrances to the realm of darkness, man behaves according to his own highest good and thereafter reaches the supreme. Acharatyatmanah shreyas tato yanti param gatim. Acharayati atmanah acharati atmanah shreyas tato yati param gatim. He who ignores the scriptural commands and who follows his own foolish desires does not find happiness or perfection or the infinite goal. Nasa siddhim avapnoti na sukham na param gatim. Hence, Lord Krishna instructs Arjuna to take the scriptures as his guide in determining what should be done and what should be avoided. With intuitive understanding of the injunctions declared in Holy Writ, one should be pleased to perform one's duty here. Here, the explanation of Asuri Sampat completes. The question may come only on Asuri Sampat or only on Daivi Sampat, or the question may be asked including both Daivi Sampat and Asuri Sampat.